Rosario, Argentina, 1987. A city famous for two things, football and a revolutionary named Che Guevara. As it turns out, both were born in June. Lionel Andres Messi was born on June 24th to Jorge Messi, a steelworker, and Celia, who cleaned houses to help make ends meet. They lived in a working-class neighborhood with 3 other kids, a small home, and not much else. But from almost the moment he could walk, Leo had a ball at his feet. By age 4, his father was coaching him at a local club called Grandoli. By age 6, he joined Newell's Old Boys, one of the most respected clubs in Rosario, and the kids there gave him a nickname, La Pulga, the flea, because he was tiny and impossible to catch. Word began to spread. Scouts from bigger clubs came to watch. Coaches whispered about this kid, this small, quiet, almost shy boy who made grown teenagers look like they were standing still. Then, when Leo was 10 years old, everything changed. Doctors diagnosed Lionel Messi with growth hormone deficiency. His body had stopped producing the hormone it needed to grow. Without treatment, he would stop growing at 11 years old. Not a metaphor. Literally, his body would not develop. The treatment? Nightly injections of synthetic growth hormone directly into his own legs, every single night. The cost? Around $900 a month. For a steelworker's family in Argentina in the late 1990s, that was impossible. Newell's Old Boys helped for a while, but couldn't sustain it. River Plate, Argentina's most prestigious club, were approached. They said no. No Argentine club was willing to finance a boy, however gifted, whose future was uncertain. Think about what that means. The best young footballer Argentina had produced in a generation, and his own country wouldn't help him. Jorge Messi started making calls, further afield, across the Atlantic.
In September 2000, a 13-year-old Messi boarded a plane to Barcelona for a trial at La Masia, the club's legendary youth academy. Carles Resach, Barcelona's sporting director, watched for less than 10 minutes. He'd seen enough. But the club hesitated. The boy was tiny, the medical costs were real, and moving a 13-year-old from Argentina to Spain was complicated. Jorge Messi grew frustrated. Negotiations stalled. He told the club, "Either commit or we go home." Resach had no paper, no official document, no contract template on hand, so he grabbed a paper napkin and wrote down his promise. Barcelona would sign Leo Messi. Barcelona would pay for his treatment. He signed it. The agent signed it. A boy's future written on a napkin over lunch. That napkin later sold at auction for $965,000, perhaps the greatest investment in football history, written on the cheapest possible material. Messi arrived in Barcelona at 13, alone in a new country, speaking Catalan haltingly. No extended family, no childhood friends, just his father and a football. Every night, he injected his own legs with growth hormone, quietly, without complaint. While other boys his age were sleeping, he was doing what needed to be done to be able to play at all. On the pitch, the results were immediate. In Barcelona's under-14 team, 21 goals in 14 games. He moved through every youth level so fast that the academy struggled to keep up with him. At age 16, he made his senior debut in a friendly. At 17, La Liga. At 18, his first goal against Albacete, and the youngest league scorer in Barcelona's history. The flea from Rosario was ready.
What followed is almost impossible to describe with statistics, but let's try. 10 La Liga titles, 4 Champions Leagues, 7 Copa del Rey trophies, 73 goals in a single season, 2011-12, breaking a 39-year-old European record set by Gerd Müller. 91 goals in a single calendar year. In 1 year, 91. And the Ballon d'Or, The award given each year to the best player on Earth, he won it in 2009, then 2010, then 2011, then 2012, then 2015, then 2019, then 2021, then 2023. 8 times. The record is his, by a distance. In El Clásico alone, Barcelona versus Real Madrid, the biggest club match on the planet, he scored 26 goals, more than any other player in history. And through all of it, the awards, the records, the global adulation, he was quietly the same person, shy in interviews, devoted to his family, the same boy from Rosario who just wanted to play. But there was one wound that wouldn't heal: Argentina, the World Cup, his country. 2014, he carried Argentina to the final in Brazil. They lost to Germany 1-0 in extra time. Messi won the Golden Ball as the tournament's best player. He didn't want it. 2016, Copa America final, lost to Chile on penalties. Messi sat on the pitch, devastated, and announced his retirement from international football. He came back because Argentina needed him, because he needed them. Critics sharpened their knives. He was a club player, they said. He couldn't do it for his country. He would never be Maradona. That criticism wasn't fair, but it was loud, and Messi carried it.
November 2022, the World Cup in Qatar. Messi announced before the tournament that this was his last one. Argentina lost their opening game to Saudi Arabia. Shock, humiliation. The world wrote them off. Then something changed. Argentina didn't just survive the group stage, they won every match after that. And at the center of everything, older, calmer, more commanding than he had ever been, was Messi. In the final against France, he scored twice. Argentina led 2-0, then 3-2 in extra time. Mbappe leveled. Penalties. Messi stepped up. He scored. Goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez saved the decisive penalty. Argentina were world champions. Messi fell to his knees. 35 years old, 12 years of injecting his own legs just to be able to play. 36 years of an entire nation's hope resting on his shoulders, and then the weight was gone. Today, Lionel Messi plays in Major League Soccer with Inter Miami, bringing the world's attention to American football with the same quiet ease he brought to everything else. Over 900 career goals, 8 Ballon d'Ors, a World Cup, 4 Champions Leagues, a record that will take a generation to even approach. But here's what the numbers don't tell you. A boy in Rosario was told his body would betray him, that he would never grow, that no club in his own country would invest in him. He left home at 13, injected himself every night alone, adapted to a new country, a new language, a new life. And instead of collapsing under the weight of what was expected of him, he surpassed it every time for 20 years. The greatest footballer in history wasn't born great. He was built by hardship, by sacrifice, by nightly injections into his own legs and an unwillingness to stop. That napkin that started it all, it sold for nearly $1 million. But what it bought, that was priceless.
That is nothing but incredible. Amazing.
If you enjoyed this story, subscribe. We cover the legends, the empires, and the untold stories behind the beautiful game.